Hi there VC, Steve Whitty here. Time for another video. Just like a couple of videos ago, I'm going to show you another box of singles that I've listened to and I've got a file away. You can probably see I've got the big boxes above, but I stick them in a box like this just so they're easy to get at, so I can play and listen to them. Just random singles. They are in sort of alphabetical order, yeah, the observant of you. So without further ado, let's start. So first one, it's Derek and the Dominoes, Layla. This is a mid-70s reissue, backed by Bell Bottom Blues. Yes, Layla, obviously Eric Clapton, with Eric being Eric Clapton. Layla was initially a hit in 72, got reissued several times. I think 76, that reissue I just showed you, and then it became a hit, top 10 hit again in 1982. Next up, it's Dexys Midnight Runners, Dance Dance. Got on the back here, factory sample, not for sale. Debut single for the band. On the album, the track changed its name on the album to Burn It Down, which was the opening track on Searching for the Young Soul Rebels. It was only a minor hit, and I think it just hit the top 40. Next single, Gino, was big in the UK, went to #1. Dire Straits, Walk of Life. This is a 2-record set. This got to #2 in the UK. It was about, I think, the third or fourth single that came from Brothers in Arms. One of the biggest selling albums in the UK. Next up, this is the Donkeys, What I Want. I think they're from Manchester. This came out in 79. I used to have a copy in the original picture sleeve. God knows what happened years ago. So Matt was pretty pleased to find another copy. Donkeys then morphed themselves into the Donkeys, as in monkeys, and had a minor hit single with Don't Go. This didn't get hit the top 40, but it's just a memorable sound. It's a really great sounding pop punk record. Take It to the Limit, Eagles, backed by Best of My Love. Dr. Feelgood, She's a Wind-Up. Echo and the Bunnymen, The Cutter. It looks like somebody's cut the sleeve. Pretty pleased to find that, actually, because they are a bit rare. Okay, next one. I might just show you that. I'm going to show you it. It's The Electric Chairs. Fuck Off is the name of the song. Very much sort of like a pub rock affair. The Electric Chairs were over in the UK, recorded this. On piano is Jules Holland. It's the first time he'd ever had anything he played on recorded. Electric Light Orchestra, Do Ya? A few Electric Light Orchestras here. A lot of these are upgrades. Evil Woman. Knight Rider. Strange Magic. Rockaria. This is the ELO LP. This was tied in with the box set that came out. So you've got here Can't Get Out of My Head, Strange Magic, Mama Bell, and Evil Woman. Later single, you've got Here Is the News, and Ticket to the Moon, which was a double A-side single for the band. Brian Eno, and this is King Led's Hat. Eurythmics, Missionary Man. Now, Eurythmics just got themselves voted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I see tons of their stuff in charity shops by me. It just seems that they've sort of been forgotten. Mick Farron and the Deviants, Screwed Up EP. This is something I don't really know much about. It is Faust, apparently extracts from Faust Party 3. It's sort of like a single. There's nothing on the label. It apparently did come in a picture sleeve. Don't know where that's got to. Next 3 singles are all by the Fine Young Cannibals. So you got the debut single Johnny Come Home, Suspicious Mind, which was also a top 10 hit for the band in the UK, and Ever Fallen in Love, again another top 10 hit for them. This is an upgrade. I mean, it's partly, you see this single a lot, Scott Fitzgerald and Yvonne Keeley with the St Thomas More School Choir, If I Had Words, and partly because it's in a picture sleeve. You know, I've never seen one before in a picture sleeve. So yeah, it's basically a song that's got, it was top 10 single 77, I think, 77, 78. But it's one of those where you've just got one verse and a bit of a chorus, and that just goes throughout the song. It's a very upbeat song, you know. I think it got featured in film Babe. Yeah, I think. Some more from another one group. This is Slow Death by the Flaming Groovies, United Artists, and then another EP which features Slow Death, Tallahassee Lassie, Married Woman, and Get a Shot of Rhythm and Blues, again, Flaming Groovies. And finally, from the Flaming Groovies, Move It, which is the old Cliff Richard song. Fleetwood Mac, I'm surprised they've never had a copy of this as a single, Go Your Own Way. John Fogerty, The Old Man Down the Road, which was sort of like his comeback single, and I think reached #1 in the US. Never did anything in the UK. That was nice to find. At this point, quick slurp, and you have to excuse the glare off the lights. I have spotlights in here, and they're sort of like beaming down from on me. So hopefully you don't get too much of glare off the top of my head. I'm recording this first thing in the morning. Foreigner, Urgent, which was the lead single from the 4 album. Aretha Franklin, and this is Chain of Falls. Always nice to find some Aretha Franklin single. 3, The Hunter. This came out in 76. I think it was to tie in with the greatest hits that came out, but it may have been around the time Paul Kossoff died as well. So it may have been a bit of a tribute to him. Hunter came on the debut album, Tons of Sobs. Funkadelic, One Nation Under a Groove. Really pleased to find a copy that plays properly. Even better to find one that's got in a picture sleeve. Couple from Peter Gabriel. No Self-Control. And Shock the Monkey. Find them in picture sleeves, please. Rory Gallagher, Big Guns. This came out 82. Marvin Gaye, Abraham, Martin and John. I need to make sure I get that in the right order. Great single that is. Generation X, Your Generation. Again, next lot by A1 band. This is Genesis. This is the Trick of the Tail, the single that came out at the time of the album, 76, minor hit for them. Your Own Special Way, came out 77. That was Many Too Many, which was the follow-up to Follow Me, Follow You. And I Can't Dance, one of the later singles. Bobby Gentry, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Yeah, it was a bit, you know, I don't know if it was very popular and then sort of disappeared, never to be heard of again, so to speak. Girl, Hollywood Tees. Girl were partly tagged in the new wave of British heavy metal. This was a minor hit single for them, got an appearance atop the Pops. Girl featured Phil Collin, who would later join Def Leppard. Probably at the time, they were more notorious because the singer Phil Lewis, who went on to go LA Guns, he was like dating Britt Ekland, and that obviously got his picture in the paper. I don't know whether they ever really, music press took him ever seriously after that. But they weren't a bad band. It was just I think a credibility issue with them. Al Green, L-O-V-E, Love. The Gun, Race with the Devil. Now this is a reissue, backed with Sunshine. Happy Mondays, Step On. And this is the Stuff It In mix, backed by the One Louder mix. George Harrison, Blow Away. That came from his George Harrison album. This is an upgrade, and this is purely because I've never seen one of these in a picture sleeve. Justin Hayward, John Lodge, blue guitar. Couple by Heaven 17. We don't need this fascist groove fang, which was banned by the BBC because it's deemed as too political. And then Penthouse and Pavement came out 81. Came out around the same time as Dare came out for the Human League. Heaven 17 consisted of ex-members. It was basically when Human League split into two. And when you heard it, you thought, well, that this is the band that's going to go somewhere, and it didn't. It was the Human League that suddenly discovered pop songs, and it was like totally different. Flexi single here. This is the Heavy Metal Kids, Rock and Roll Man. Almost done. Jimi Hendrix Experience. This is All Along the Watchtower, backed by Crosstown Traffic. This is an American copy on Reprise. This is like part of their reissue set. Just a couple more. Tenor Harbour, Mary Hopkin. And then finally, in this one I was really pleased to find, Horslips, Man Who Built America. Came out in 79 on yellow vinyl. When it first came out, it was one of those original singles I had and got lost, or it got slung out or whatever. So I was really pleased to find that.
So that's a really good note to end it on. VC, I hope everybody is well. I have got woken up with a bit of a cold this morning, but hey ho. I hope to get this be published on Sunday, all being well. So whatever you get up to, VC, make sure you have a good one. Comment on it, click like. Even might even want to subscribe if you feel that way inclined. But whatever you get up to, VC, make sure it's a good one. Keep spinning. More importantly, keep on smiling.